That's just how it's going to
Oh,
be.
I see what you're saying.
It's nice to keep track of what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Doesn't always matter, but it does
Yeah.
matter sometimes. I am so tired this afternoon that I couldn't spread grass seed.
Really?
That's tired. That's pretty light stuff.
Well, it's been a pretty intense week. Oh. But it's been an intense week with Simon
It has been.
and the puppies.
That fella said, no. Well, I gave her the option. The only option we have is Saturday night. She didn't want it. Has anybody ever told you that?
My mother.
Right. It doesn't matter the circumstances at that point. All right, now what do we do?
Do you have a spoon?
You thought I was going to say, what do I need the spoon for, right? I have a spoon. I have a spoon, no dog food.
She sees the spoon.
Got that memorized?
Those puppies sure are cute.
Aren't they, darling? I think the right age, though. Wait. You gotta wait. We have to get the food. You stay. We have the camera in the right place. I got two of them. Are we ready? Have you got enough food? She'll ask us. Okay, get the basket. Good girl. Did you see my dress over there?
I did.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's
Is it
lovely.
my belt buckle?
It's
She's a
lovely.
good girl. She's very pretty good. She's very pretty. We gotta get it open. I have opened this with my teeth. But it does work. There we go. There we go. It's good. She likes this stuff. Is that very good? There you go. You can catch it underneath. We don't use the whole can because we're getting fat.
Oh,
But if we don't feed her at all, she doesn't get the basket at all.
yes.
Would you work for no paycheck? How long? If please and thank you works just so well. Paychecks are better. Okay, that's it, kid. You've had it. All done.
Want me to put it out in the kitchen? Give me the lid and I'll put it on it.
Few drippies on the floor. Few drippies. Just a couple. Okay. We're clean and tidy. We have some mail to open today. Be a lot better organized if we didn't have Kleenex and everything else all over here, but I guess that's too bad.
Boy.
We'll put that over here. You go there. And I can put this here. And that can go someplace else. I got my thing to lean on. Now, actually what we discovered today was that the round basket that I was looking for yesterday is this one. But when you look at it this way, it's square, so I couldn't recognize it. It's just one of those things that we don't need to discuss that anymore. You just don't need to discuss it at all. Did you hear that?
I did.
Good. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Well, actually, we can discuss it a little bit more. I found these things to put the name on. These came with the basket. There were extra letters. Somebody, did you hear the basket story yesterday?
No, I didn't, because
I couldn't find the basket because it was up there on the thing, right? Oh, it's all over because I'm used to looking at a round basket, right? Put it up there and it's square, so I couldn't find it, right? So we're looking all over for the basket. And somebody called me from Ohio and says it's on the desk. And I said, that's not the same one. And I really didn't think it was the same one, but apparently it is. So Anyway, I found these letters that they sent with it, but, you know, it used to say Bailey entirely, and then I would have recognized it, but it doesn't now. So I pull these out thinking, oh, I really paint them and start it. And I look,
Uh-oh.
that's a bad thing. So I look at the paint, and it says outdoor acrylic paint. What color? Plaid.
Plaid.
Huh? Doesn't that say plaid?
It does. Is that the brand?
No,
No.
because the brand name is under it.
It's for
It says plaid.
Plaid?
I never heard of plaid paint. But that's all right. I've not heard of a lot of things. Okay, here we go. Here's an envelope.
With the stencil.
Make sure it's empty. I'm one of your silent fans. Read and watch. Oh, my words. Doesn't not too silent. Participate online chat, but do not participate. I started with the orcas, and have donated before. On Tuesday, it's Tuesday, and I've just read that your latest on Simon, and watched the shots being given to the pups. Thank you to you and all your staff, too many to mention, for letting us be part of this great project. Noreen Nutz, East McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. People have been wonderful. I never, from January 1 to May 1st, my vet bill was about $3,000. And that's what it cost in 3 days for him. But, I mean, we saved him. I mean, he was, and George was at it night and day, you know?
Yeah.
And then Megan slept on the floor.
Yeah.
And all his people were involved and worried about him. And we first took him, poor bugger, we took him down there. He was bad. We know it. We'd given him fluids, not nearly enough. George said it was like spitting in the ocean. We'd given him a bag and a half. George gave him 10.
Really?
That's a lot of fluids.
It is
Anyway,
a lot
so we get there, and he just couldn't hold it anymore, and he let go, and he must have passed a gallon of sort of stool, sort of liquid stuff, all over the floor. You know, all my boots were splashed up to the ankle, and the staff never said a word. They just came in quick, and they sterilized the whole thing, and it was, he's got good staff.
Yeah.
He really does. Why he didn't let me buy them the expensive coffee, I don't know. We do his shopping for him. That's why he lets us in the back door. Because we're in Costco all the time.
Uh-huh.
And so otherwise he's got to send somebody out of the office to go get toilet paper and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So Megan is his personal shopper when she goes training. She's training the dog anyway. Wonderful. Here's a check to help with Simon's vet bill. Wow. We love him, don't like to see any of them sick. I get so depressed when a dog is sick. It's very bad, but I'm feeling better now because he's coming out of it.
Good.
When I fed him today, he said, thank you.
Oh, I bet he did.
You know, last week he said, ugh.
Yeah.
I put food in front of him and he, you know, very carefully just sort of, oh, awful. And I knew he was starving. Would you hurry up, please?
Would you like to hold this up?
Okay. Tell me where to.
She's going to be
Where is the camera?
Vanna White.
Back a little bit.
Back a little bit.
Down a little bit. That
Now
should be
rub your
good.
head and pat your belly.
Can you see it?
I'll tell you
It's
in
too soon. It
20
takes-
minutes.
Oh, that's right.
It takes an hour and a half to come up
Delay.
there. Oh, boys. Okay. Here's our Texas bunch. Now what have we got? Huh.
Is it showing up yet, Laura?
Nope.
The minute it goes up there, you can take it down, though.
You haven't even gotten up yet. I haven't even written down the last one yet.
Oh my goodness.
I think you could probably quit now. Go ahead. If you're tired.
Well, I'm not tired, but if they can't see it.
Well, they will in a minute. Sit down. You'll see yourself get up and put it in front of the. See, you haven't even started yet. And you thought this was live, huh?
Well, I knew there was a delay.
It seems to be more and more lately. I don't know. See, there you go. Now you're getting up.
Okay, let's see if we can.
You certainly held it there long enough. Oh, boys.
Perfect.
1, 2,
I can't read them.
3.
Oh, there we
Huh. Huh.
Poo pickers?
This is poop pickers. This is bunch from Texas.
Uh-huh.
They give us some every day. Did you know about them?
Yes, I remember.
You remember why we hold some up and some we don't hold up?
No, I don't. What is that?
Well, there's always a
Oh.
there's always there was a combination of things that I always study what they eat and things and
Yes,
how
I
many.
know that.
There's 2 of these and there's 4 of those. You know, and they're messing with my head, and
It's
I
an
can't.
anthropological study.
I can't understand what's going on, but I do notice, and I thank them very kindly for them every day. And those are generally the ones that I stick in my pocket, because I just can do that sort of thing. Here we go. That looks kind of good too, doesn't it? See, this is how I learn what other people are eating, but that looks kind of appetizing.
Yes,
doesn't
it does.
With the Dr. Pepper. I don't know what that one is. Okay. And nothing written on them. Okay, I did that one. How about that? There was a couple pieces of junk mail. There's my basket. See, it's round. See, that basket's round. That's why I got so confused. Vanguard. That's something else again. Uh-oh, something fell on the floor.
Okay, guide me again.
Stop. Perfect. I think. Oh my.
Oh my God.
Is that long enough?
30 more seconds.
30?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Count fast. What is that?
You should be good now. You just got up to talk to Susan.
Oh.
This is horse soaring. You know, you got to figure out what on earth they're complaining about here, though, because there's soaring is bad. They don't need to do that. Soaring is a way of I forgot exactly what they do, but they hot iron type thing the back of the horse's feet to make them pick them up, you know, in a certain way.
Oh.
It's horrid. They don't need to do that. They just don't have to see horses pick their feet up like that. Thank you. But they, you know, in my opinion, don't need a whip in a race. Because if nobody carried a whip, then you'd all be even anyway. So why you got all these whips? Bang, 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 bang. No, they're already running. There you are, etc. Now, this one wants you to rescue horses. That's true. The problem is they do not allow slaughter in the United States. You've got to. What are you going to do with all the extra horses? And it's better that they be slaughtered under controlled circumstances than shipped in these damn trucks all the way to Mexico or all the way to Canada. And the trucks are horrible. And better that they be euthanized, you know, in a controlled way. And my daughter has gotten involved in that. That's why did you see the horse out there?
I did.
The Skin and Bones?
Oh, yes. Who is that?
Well, that's one of her horses she got out of the slaughter pen down in
really?
Pennsylvania. I don't know how or why. I don't even know the story of that horse. Generally, we end up with the horses here to have, in case they have shipping fever. So we often have horses with snotty noses and things like that because that's what they pick up. It's like kids in kindergarten. They pick up everything. But that's soaring. You don't have to soar horses. You never even heard of it, did you?
No, I haven't.
Because you don't ride gated horses. It's gated horses. See the? See the? Oh, here comes. Speak of the devil.
What?
Well, I just got an article on soaring.
Yeah,
Soaring horses for
yeah,
saddle horses,
yeah,
and how you're supposed to stop and things.
yeah.
But they're against slaughtering horses. But you know, I'm just saying, you got to do something.
Oh, with the horses?
This is horses.
Why are they sending you horses?
I was gonna. They sent it to me, but I was gonna put it in your mailbox. But now that you're here, I'll give it to you.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't think they should soar horses.
I don't think so either.
I think that's awful, but
But it's a mixed bag because there's a couple other things in there that I'm not sure. They had something against the slaughter too, but you know that.
well, I mean, there's people that are adamantly against.
What the hell?
Slaughter?
What are you gonna do with them?
That's the problem is, and you know what really pisses me off is that the Humane Society is saying, well, because I just don't think they're going to be able to eliminate horse slaughter in this country. Because what they're trying to do is ban the transportation of horses to Canada and Mexico for slaughter. And you can't ban the export of horses, and you can't impede interstate commerce. I know that from business law.
Yeah.
There's like the UCC code. I just don't think you can say no doing that.
Yeah.
Without, and last time they had the same bill, they proposed it in the Agricultural Committee, and it was in the Agricultural Committee for 2 years, and they never voted on it. And when they changed from Democrat to Republican, or they swapped people in there, the whole thing was steady. The whole thing dropped, and they had to restart the bill completely. So they closed all the slaughter plants in 2000 and stop. Down. They closed all the slaughter plants in 2007, and they said, okay, we eliminated slaughter, but they didn't. All the horses went to Canada and Mexico at the exact same. Stop it, Moosey. At the exact down.
I'm sure everybody would really like to hear what you got to say if these dogs would just be quiet, please.
They're your dogs. You can't control them.
I have to out of here. They want them.
So the horses at the same exact rate, like over 100,000 went in 2006, and over 100 in 2007 went to Canada and Mexico in the next year. So there's been no change in the number of horses, except now instead of getting slaughtered locally, they go for days and days outside of the borders where we have no control over the treatment of the horses. So they've created this horrible situation but right now it's 140,000 horses a year. Horrible situation. And they're like, okay, well, we're just now going to put the SAFE Act back, and it'll be a couple more years. And I'm like, a couple more years? Every time you say that, we're talking about another 140,000 horses. I've met with the Humane Society on a couple different issues. They will only hear about, or they only want to deal, the Humane Society has 160 lawyers. Everybody donates thinking that they're donating money towards shelters. None of their budget goes, like 0.01% goes to actually helping animals. The rest goes to staffing this gigantic legal force that they have, fighting things like fighting the impossible, which, I mean, in some areas they do great things, but they went up against to save the elephants. Mm-hmm. They went up against the Ringland brothers to say that there elephants were being abused. I don't know anything about the story, but they spent millions of dollars. I think it was like $7 million fighting to save 3 elephants, and they lost. And if you think about how many horses would have been helped with $7 million, and how many other animals would have been helped, but they were after 3 elephants. So, and I've come to them with my microchipping idea, because I've got the idea if you put microchips in a horse, you can track them like dogs. So when they cross the border into Canada and Mexico, we can scan them, and if we have any history, you can call them up and say, hey, your horse is about to go to Mexico for slaughter. Do you want to save it? They were like, oh, we love it. That's a great idea. But no, we're going to close the borders to horses. I'm like, are you kidding me? So don't even get me started. And there's so many people that believe so strongly that they're going to pull this off. And they won't even listen to any other, like I say, there's, horses are treated like livestock. So they get all these tax credits for overbreeding. So if you sell a mare, a girl horse, or a stallion, a boy horse, you don't have to pay any sales tax. When these horses go for, like the, quarter horses and the thoroughbreds, when they go for hundreds of thousands of dollars, there's no sales tax on it. And it actually encourages people to breed. They give all of these tax benefits, because it's all designed back in the day that we used horses to pull our carriages. That they have all these benefits to farmers to breed horses, but we have too many of them, so that nobody will even begin to think about other ways of solving the problem of too many horses, because everyone just says, well, the Humane Society is going to shut down slaughter. They've got the SAFE Act. And I'm like, I don't think so. I just don't. It will shock me if that happens. And if that ever does happen, if they shut down the transportation of horses to slaughter, the kill buyers are going to find another way to, there's just too many horses. What do you do with them? And I'm not pro-slaughter. I don't want to kill anything, because God knows. But
She keeps bringing them home.
yeah, I don't want to kill anything, but the reality is it creates, someone was saying what we should do is the thoroughbreds, you have the artificial insemination on is illegal for racing thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
It's not illegal for any other breed. So someone was like, well, why don't we, all the breed associations, you can't register a horse that's been artificially inseminated, a foal, a baby, which is a great idea, but if you go into the horse world, into the thoroughbred world, because of their lack of support for artificial insemination, you can't register them. It's created this dirty little secret in the thoroughbred world, which is they pull out the mares, they breed the mares, they have a foal, and then they take that mother, the mare, they put her right back on the racetrack, which leaves an orphan foal, but they have a whole bunch of other mothers, like quarter horses and draft horses and everything, that are constantly producing babies.
Surrogate mothers.
They pull that mother out, put it with that baby, and the baby that she just had gets dumped.
Oh.
And it's called nursemaid
Yeah.
foals. And there's farms in Kentucky and Ohio that they take on like 40,000. There is a 40,000 foals that are abandoned by their mothers, because the mother has to go nurse the expensive foal versus their own foal. A lot of farms just kill them themselves, but they're talking like baby foals. And there's a farm we work with out in Ohio that deals with nursemaid foals. So every time you try to solve anything, all of these unintended consequences happen, because you can't put your thumb over the end of a garden hose. You'll get wet.
Yeah.
And that is like, I think we all need to be looking at lots of different solutions on how to solve the horse problem, not just, we're going to shut it down. Okay, so I came up for my mail.
Go get it. It's behind me.
Any other questions?
No questions.
Okay.
I think the
The
horse,
dog world is a lot more pleasant than the horse world. That's all I have to say.
I don't know, but at any rate, I don't know. This part of it certainly is. But that horse that we have out there, I think she ended, are you listening to me at all? Try this one, because that horse that you asked about out there, it's 100 years old, apparently. It's skin and bones and things like that. And she ended up buying it because it was being sold to a guy who feeds them to his lions live.
They do a live lion feed,
So Janine says no and buys them and brings them home. Now I've got this 900-year-old crowbait out there. He'll live, he'll die here. We'll dig a hole and bury him. But it's bad. It's in Ohio?
Yeah, well, the guy picks up the horses in Pennsylvania. It's a private. Ooh, stop it! It's a private zoo. It's not even a zoo. There's a guy in someplace in Ohio, I believe, that owns a bunch of big cats, like lions and tigers, on a little farm, and he feeds them live feeds. And but the good news about we call him the lion guy is, anytime he has a horse in his possession, he'll sell you the horse for what he just bought. And he's a pretty nice person. We've bought horses from him just to euthanize them. But it's pretty. He goes around, and he's not always at the New Holland, because people approach him and make a scene at New Holland when he shows up, because everybody knows who he is. But he goes to private homes and says, "Oh, I'll take your horse off your hands," and then that's where it goes. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to know about?
Really?
I tell you, tomorrow we'll get her going on the carriage horses in New York.
Yeah.
You wind her up, she's good for 20 minutes on anything. Okay? Now.
Low on glasses.
No, we're not. The whole pile up there.
May I let her out?
He's just excited, that's him.
Yeah, he likes her.
He has to see the mom and his mom. They're excited.
Those are my checks. You hear scissors over there. Did I introduce you to my daughter? Did you know
I've
that?
met her before. I don't know if she remembers me.
Oh, she barely remembers me. Come on now. That's my checkbook. Okay, next problem. Well, it was interesting though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Educational?
You don't even know those things are going on.
No. Well, she got into it, and she ended up down in New York City. I don't know, arguing with the bear. I don't know who she was arguing with. Some biggies, right there in the middle of it all, because she is really an expert on stable management. She has shoveled as much shit as anybody in the horse world, and you know, so she knows horses right from the bottom. And she knows the personality. She's trained horses from A to B to 0 to nothing to, you know, grand champions. And a lot of crowbaits in between. So she knows. So she went and inspected the carriage horses in New York City. She says they are beautifully cared for. They are beautifully cared for. They can work until they're 23 years old. They have to be retired. You try and find a racehorse that's over 5 years old, you're going to have trouble because they've all broken down. Stand in an ice water and, you know, you name it. Trying to run them to just one more race or whatever before they're going to kill them off down to the lion cook kind. You know,
Plus, they start them so young in the racing.
well, you know, it's a very complicated thing. There is no way in hell you can make money at racing. If you take, and I have done this, take the racing form, which lists every horse racing in America or whatever for the day, and you take the amount of money that they have earned in their lifetime, which is the last column over, and you take their age and calculate how much hay it took to get them to be that age, less than 5% have even paid the hay bill. So, you know, you may have one or two horses that make a lot of money and get a lot of press, but there are so many that then you get into this problem. What are you looking for?
I was gonna take all 3 dogs for the walk, but I need a leash for Wanda.
A leash for Wanda. I had
Do you
one.
want Wanda to come in for me?
I had a cat. There's a long cat leash over here.
Do you have one of those extracting ones?
I don't know where it is, but this long cat leash is about 10 feet long.
People on mail call want to see Wanda because she's right outside.
Oh yeah, bring her in.
If she didn't take off on me. Come here, Wanda. Stay. There she is. Wanda, come here. Hopefully she'll pee in your house the way she's been peeing in mine.
You don't pee on my clean floor.
You don't have one of those retractable.
No, but right on the,
There
yeah.
she is.
I made that for the cat, for Sheila's cat.
There she is. Wanda.
Mariah.
Okay, so I'm going to take all 3 of them for a walk now.
Who are you taking?
Bentley, Oliver, and Wanda.
And Wanda. Okay.
I'm just going to go right out the back door because I can't handle 3 on a leash. Going on the road.
I'm a little worried about you being on the road is what I was worried about, but who am I to worry, right?
Oh, I always have, but I put them on a leash when I'm on the road.
I hope so.
But I can't handle, Wanda, you cannot, I can manage 5 Great Danes on a leash, but having anything with Wanda is hard.
I know.
And she's such a bad girl.
You're the one that wanted her. You got her.
She's lovely. Oh, Wanda. Destroys everything. Okay. All right. Taking her for a walk. I'm taking her to. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Then where did Chaos go? She never let Chaos out unless
She's also an excellent animal handler. She started with Bailey. That's one of the reasons Bailey's so well trained. I get credit for it, but Janine.
Thank you.
What do we got here? What have we got here? got something I don't recognize. Tracy Adams sent it, whatever it is, here. Purell, I have hand washer. This must be hand washing device. You know, if you put that in with the puppies. Hey, get out of there. Get out of there. Play. Play the
Don't you even think of it. She can go back out over there.
Chaos can come in?
Yeah.
Here we go.
What is that?
It's hand washing stuff.
Hand sanitizer?
Huh?
Hand sanitizer?
Yeah. Put that over there. Very nice, Tracy Adams. Thank you very much. That's wonderful stuff. Huh. We'll have to understand how do you make it work. You want to put it over there so we...
Just making sure I spelled it correctly.
Oh, okay. And here's Tracy Adams's piece of paper. Hot melt. This is my glue gun. I ordered this to be able to finish all these things. It's supposed to be a very narrow one.
That one looks new.
Well, it is, but that's almost got the same size
Tip.
nozzle as the other. This is supposed to have a very small tip. I can't get the bag open. It would be hard to open the box for a glue gun, wouldn't it? First. I'm getting there. Okay. There. Oh my God. Oh dear. Look how much glue I ordered by the, I didn't have it.
What is it?
I asked for,
gun.
I just asked for 2 packages of glue. Well, this is only one of them. Here's the other. Well, I never thought I'd run out of marbles either. So, you know, you can laugh a bit, but, 2 years from now, I'll be out of glue or something.
Right, it lasts forever.
Oh, what?
It lasts forever.
What, the glue?
The glue. I mean, it doesn't go bad.
No, that's true. But I go through a lot of glue.
And stop.
It's a lot of glue, but I can't. That's a lot of glue. You took it away. I want to look at it. It's got a funny point on it.
It does.
There it is. That's why I bought this glue gun. There'll be a slight delay while I argue with this now.
Tell me when, Laura.
30 more seconds.
That's what you always say.
Until your arms get tired.
There you go. Well, that is sort of a needle point. Glue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, well, that's why I ordered it, was that one.
You use it on the,
Monkey tooth.
monkey.
To glue that tail end in. It would be unusual for it to
Losing your
come apart,
friend
but
I know.
I don't want a reputation of having put out faulty monkey fish.
So many people who buy them in stores think they're volleyballs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Volleyballs?
Like just a mini, like a
Yeah.
just the
The
little
little
ones.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Some of my friends have keychains like that, but not ones you've made because you can see like the middle of it. Yours are tight. The ones that stores sell are loose and you can pull them apart.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, here's my volleyball keychain. I'm like, that's not a volleyball.
Volleyballs. Unbelievable. Okay, now I've looked at it and played with it. You can have it.
Where's your tip?
There's the tip. Don't. You
Take
want
it to the pack.
You want to open it?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
Why don't we leave it? Do you need it right away?
Yeah. You want to open it?
We need a.
I know we need a knife, but I've lost my knife. I had a knife, I probably would have opened it. Oop, missed.
Laura, do we have a box cutter?
She lost it.
Well, this is also from Tracy Adams. Tracy Adams again.
I bet it's the dispenser of some sort.
I bet you. I bet you.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there you have it.
What is it? Dispensers for the
Dispensers for the hot,
Oh.
for the hot glue.
Oh, for the
Oh
pure
my
hot.
Lord, look at the number of them.
That's for hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
You've got some behind you. Nope.
Bottles. Oh,
On the bench.
Oh,
Behind your butt.
oh. Oh, these.
So you can figure out how to put it in there.
Right.
It's got instructions.
I don't know what we're doing.
We're playing.
Okay, you can have that
I
one.
need something stronger
Why
than
are
my
there so many
fingers to get this
dispensers?
open.
We only have 2 bottles, so
Oh,
we only need to open 2.
You must be correct.
Huh? I'm not sure is this the kind that figures out that your hands are under here?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Hopefully they have some instructions in English, some of them.
Whoa! Look at
Yeah, I know.
that's intense.
All right, well, this is for something we
I
call
think-
Bud.
I think it needs batteries.
Huh?
For some reason, I think it needs batteries.
We got batteries. My word, if we got
Some
batteries.
odd reason, I think it needs. I'll go get one to Bud.
And maybe Bud could figure out how to open this without a box cutter, because I can't get my
You
fingers.
want a pair of
to-
scissors?
I don't know if I can even do it with scissors.
I'll put them over there.
Hi,
I'll try.
The instructions are everything budding. Oh, there we go. They are. There is one in English. I'm glad to hear we're one of the top 4 at any rate.
Yes, Bud. My hands won't do this.
Don't work too hard over it if it doesn't. I can't read it. I bet Grace knows how to work these things. No, not that thing. You know what? You know what we should do? Here. Glue that tip back onto it so we
Okay.
don't lose the tip.
Okay.
We do make a mess at mail call, don't we? Okay, you want to take this back? That is amazing, Tracy. Thank you very much. That's very, very good. We need that. We're going to put them all up tomorrow. Aren't we?
I don't know. Maybe just 2.
Well, I did see something about you have to put them up 24 hours before you can fill them or something like that.
We need C-size batteries.
We got them. You have them in the other room, I think.
Let me see
We
if,
got all
Bud
kinds
can
of
do
batteries.
this.
He's working on the dispenser.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Questions?
Questions, go. Where's the microphone? There it is. Could they hear Janine when she was talking?
What do you use the monkey fist for?
What do I use it for? I use I use them as a zipper pull. I use them to hang on my water bottles to remind me that it's mine. I couldn't find a monkey fist, but there's a piece of rope. People use them to decorate school bags.
Yep.
People dye them colors.
I have one that's dyed in my tack box hanging.
Really? There you go.
And then I have one of my
Hey, what color did you dye it?
Purple.
Purple.
Is Luke at the farm here with Susan?
What?
Is Luke with me?
No.
I did not bring him. Sorry.
Where is he? Can you please explain?
He is at home with his daddy
With his daddy.
because I didn't think it was in anybody's best interest to bring another dog up here.
Probably. Probably true.
Now, next time.
Maybe. Ordinarily, we can manage. If you're here to work, we can manage anything. If you're here to, like it's a sauna, you're going to sit out in the sun and bathe. No, we don't have room for anybody.
That's what I was gonna do tomorrow.
Well, you picked up enough shit today. I did see you come down with 2 bags that were really full.
Really, that was from Deagle.
Deagle House, yeah.
They love seeing Wanda.
They love seeing Wanda. Could they understand Janine? I was just,
They're all thanking her, so I assume so. But they'll answer you in 2 minutes.
oh.
Bud came to the rescue.
What happened?
Bud came to the rescue. He got it
Oh,
over.
good.
Here are the directions.
Who did they say Vanna White was tonight?
What's this?
Claire?
I couldn't hear what you asked.
You said someone was Vanna White today. Who?
Claire.
Claire.
Plaid is not the color.
Who?
Plaid
I didn't think so either.
is not the color. The color will be higher up on the black bar and probably on the top of the lid. I have used it too.
All right. Why does it say plaid? What does the word plaid mean here? It's not the company name. Company name is Folk Art. And I can see the top, it does say purple and stuff like that, but the bottom says plaid.
Plaid is part of the folk art brand.
Oh,
I told you. Okay.
it's pretty weird.
Wow.
The only thing I remember on that, Sue, is it said don't fill it for 24 hours. Did that in the direction somewhere? Because you're going to glue it to the wall someplace.
Oh, good, yeah, okay.
So you got to let the glue set for 24 hours before you fill it. So only, just, yeah.
Back to the horse thing. What do they do with the horses that are slaughtered?
They eat them, a lot of them. Yeah,
Dog food.
dog food. I don't think there's any dog food in American canned food. It would have to say horse food on it, and it doesn't. Because I think people probably wouldn't buy it, which is ridiculous. It's meat. But there's a lot of other things it gets put into. And there's some people that prefer horse meat to, seems to be the French like it better than beef. And I think it's better for you or something than beef with fat in it and stuff. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, dead is dead. It's this half dead that's the problem. If they allowed slaughter in this country and then shipped the carcasses across, it would be a lot better for everybody. It's this trucking that's the bad part.
And that's just because of our culture, we don't eat it, but
Yeah.
other cultures
Eat horse feed fine.
dog, cat,
Yep.
you know,
Yep. Cockroaches and crickets, you know.
right? Chicken feet.
Yeah.
Yes, they could hear Janine.
Oh, good.
There's chaos.
People pay her good money to.
Here's your glue gun.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what you do with this.
You screw it in the front end, probably. Tape it to it for now, and then.
These are the directions.
Yeah, people pay her to stand up in front and talk about stuff.
I have to sneeze.
Oh, okay. Well, here comes Chaos. Hi, Chaos. Get up and lie down. Chaos, get up and lie down. Get up there. Chaos, up. Get up there, Chaos. Good girl. Turn around and lie down.
She's like, someone's been here before me. When will Noelle move in to get ready for delivery?
We were just talking about that today. We were just talking about it. We didn't make any decision, but we were thinking about it a little bit. She is due. There are some people that think she's due the 25th or 28th of May. Megan thinks it's more like the 19th to 20th. So, you know, we haven't really started to figure out when she's due yet. So that's the first problem.
Well, I told her she had to have him before we left.
Oh, boys. Oh, boys. I think you're pushing that one. It's up on the wall when she was bred.
19. How many days is it?
63. What are we going to eat for supper? I had fish for breakfast, so. I'm sorry.
We have cheese and crackers.
We have cheese and crackers, yeah.
Cheese and crackers and snacks.
There's stuff in the freezer. Trouble, you got to cook it. Well, go dig around the freezer and see what you can find.
Thaw it out?
Huh?
No, you just cook it.
Oh, the kind you just cook. Okay, that's good one. I can handle that.
Okay, I'll figure out aftermath though. It'll take too long now. How's Jonah?
Jonah threw up this morning?
Wednesday. I don't know
What's
about
today?
this morning. Friday.
I think he threw up this morning, too. But we can't figure out whether he just threw it up and ate it back again because he eats so fast.
Yeah.
This is something that wolves do, too. Is they fill up their bellies and they run off in a corner someplace and throw it up and eat some of it. Save the rest for later, I guess. I don't know. But you know, all throwing up is not bad. I mean, it's not parvo. You know, it's just they throw up. Mother dogs throw up for their children. Human mothers drive them around in cars. What the hell?
Simon, update, please.
Simon is wonderful. I can't believe it. He's down there. He's cheerful. He wishes I was Megan, but he's beginning to learn that I'll feed him a half a can of food when I walk by, too, so that's a good thing. He's hungry, and it's staying down. So we just keep feeding him small amounts all the time.
Can we still get poker chips?
Yes, we got loads of poker chips. Loads of poker chips.
Due to Simon having parvo, are you still going to allow anyone to come this Sunday to this Sunday stew?
Sure. Yeah. Just don't get involved with his feces, which you ought to be able to manage that. I mean, he's in a kennel in the laundry room, which I think you can see from that camera that shows the V-pen with all the used car lot stuff. I think you can almost see him from that camera. And there's a big Honeymoon Hill area between his pooping department and the rest of the world. So we have a double wall between his poop and the world. So we ought to be all right. because it is transmitted by feces. We just have,
How we got it?
huh?
Do we know how we got it?
No, but people could walk in here. They went to some pet store. They walked in here to see the puppies. And I think actually one of the puppies was the first to have it.
Really?
I think the black puppy, May. She was throwing up and she had watery diarrhea. And remember the noise they were making as they pooped? I think that whole bunch may have had a minor version of it. And we treated it, caught it quick and treated it, and that was it. But with Simon, it wouldn't quit. Wouldn't quit. Quit now. So everybody out there, I wish you would go to, I don't know how you do this, but it's Facebook. Go to Danvers Animal Hospital and say, thank you, George. You did a wonderful job. Tell them that. Things like that. Or like their, whatever. It seems to me with all the people we have and all the hard work he put into it of his own personal time, we all ought to fill up his like bit.
I wouldn't like the page. I didn't know there was a page.
Did you? I don't know how you do that, but I was out there and I just kept pushing like things, but I'm not sure, I don't know how you officially do it.
For people who don't know how to find Danvers Animal Hospital, go, if you're on Facebook, there's a search bar at the top of the Facebook webpage, search Danvers Animal Hospital, and then enter, and their whole page will come up, and like the page and look through all the photos and
Okay.
say thank you.
Okay. Wonderful.
How long are Claire and Susan staying for?
Till the
20th.
19th,
19th.
9th,
Not,
10th.
what?
Sorry, till the 10th.
10th.
Crap, the 20th.
I'm staying till the 9th.
9th.
9th and the 10th.
9th and 10th.
19th is what?
Bud's taking his shoes off.
I'm leaving right now.
Bud fixed the tractor today, and it was not an easy fix. It took a lot of whatever,
What's the matter with
A lot of figs.
a lot of fittings. Well, you're good at figuring that stuff out. And after he finished, I drove it, and nothing happened. Nothing broke, so he did a good job.
Are some of the starlets staying overnight in Kennel 10?
Yes. We have to break them up. They're beginning to get too rough on each other, particularly the black and white. Clark stands at the top of the stairs, and he won't let anybody else into the bed. So he cannot be down there. He's got to be up here where we can monitor him. Otherwise, he'd have everybody else sleeping on the floor. He's a bad one. He's probably smart, but he's bad. He's got to stop that. We'll put him down there with chaos. Should teach him. Get out of the way. I want to go to bed. Next. You finding food out there?
How do you feel about spaghetti?
Right? Spaghetti's fine.
Okay.
There's some shrimp in there. You want some shrimp in it?
You can put anything in it you want. You're cooking. The cook.
What you want?
The cook gets to make these. I want to sit here.
Oh,
Anybody who offers to cook gets to make decisions.
Susie's gonna cook and I'm gonna go sit with the babies.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
That's all right.
You can. Here comes chaos to help you. Why don't you let her in there with them? She's usually pretty good.
Oh yeah, she's been great with them.
Why don't you open the gate there and let her come in?
No, come around.
Yeah, she can come. She can. You go ahead, chaos.
Okay.
Somehow get yourself down. There you go.
It's like slow motion.
Where?
Go ahead, chaos. Get in there. Okay. Now you got your whole bed to yourself.
Yeah, no.
We're allowing her to go in.
Yeah, I was just asking.
You let her in with the puppy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent it in. How many sent it in? Huh? Well, I don't know that part. Oh, she's, I don't know.
Chaos wandering around. Are you coming back Sunday to Bud?
Sunday I will.
Oh, good.
How do you boil water in here?
I'll show you. I'll come out. There are no more questions.
It's not boiled water.
That could be a first problem.
All right. I'll
Okay.
At home?
You're shutting that off now?
Yep. There are no more questions.
Okay, wonderful. Goodbye. I'm going to go back
Adios.
to. I'm going to go back to reading about Ethel and what is her web? It's Finding Ethel.
Yeah. Her web is Finding Ethel. I don't know. I forget her name.
Finding Ethel. Her name is Julia. Julia Rhodes.
Yes.
She's a very good writer. I found her page and I want to finish it before I lose her page.